to Steve Gasparelli. This is one of the veteran teams right here. They've had great success here at this racetrack. Win and 4 final rounds altogether. Right now, you would have to consider them the favorite for a couple of things. They out-qualified John. They've run better in each round, and they've got the experience. And I think that can mean a lot coming into the final round. For John Evanchuk and his entire team, you heard him talking about his wife was not here this weekend. He was one of the ones that motivated him to get his first funny car. Came out of the number 15 spot. Bill Moore, one of the crew chiefs, has done a really good job with a lot of the teams up here in the Great Northwest in both dragster and funny car classes over the years. And it wasn't an easy route to the final. Had that wacky opening round against John Lombardo, but since then, 570 race car. Got a win when Sean Bellimer fouled out. Chris Sewell was in the other lane in that semis. And, you know, he's one of the 2 last guys standing. So great opportunity here to add his name to a very select list of winners in the outlaw funny car class. And for those who do it out of the 15 spot, be a list of 2.
Chuck moves first. Gasparelli's out of it. How about this? The number 15 qualifier has gone the distance today at Pacific Raceways. Numbers, that doesn't matter. The event Wally going to the Red Wolf team.
Isn't that so cool? Get your first national event win. To do it at the racetrack where you've run more races and rounds than every other event you've been to combined. They both get wacky off the starting line. Gasparelli tries to recover, tries to run him down. He's 15 miles an hour faster, but just ran out of racetrack. And watch this for Steve right off the starting line. Nasty chatter before he even got into second gear. Off the gas crate a long while. Gets back on it. And over there in the other lane, John Evanchuk, 658, 230. He had his own problems, but more problems over there for Gasparelli. And I'll tell you what, that's what makes this a great sport. You get a guy that thinks he lucked out to get into the qualified field, comes out from way down in the bottom half and does something that only one other driver has ever done in this class. Win a national event from the number 15 spot, and that's just really special for that team.
And overall for John Evanchuk, he becomes the 90th different winner in Lucas Oil Top Alcohol Funny Car racing history. What a story. You talk about final rounds in Top Alcohol Dragster. It really doesn't get any better than this. This is really a mid-season showdown here.
Yeah, it's great. And 2 guys that just have had great success in the finals. Whiteley 16-2 in finals. Over there on the other side, interesting that Chris Dempy lost his first 8 final rounds, has won his last 7. So these are 2 guys. Once you dangle that carrot out in front of them, they're hard to beat.
That guy looking for win number 17 is Jim Whiteley. That would tie him for 6th all-time with a guy named Dwayne Shields, who won the championship and is the current defending champion this season.
And if you're paying attention to the points, Jim Whiteley does have the lead right now, and it's pretty big. Chris Dempy can get himself back into this fight, and I guarantee somewhere Bill Reichert is watching very intently with what's going to happen here.
Chris had bragging rights in qualifying, number 1 and top speed. But here in the last couple of rounds, Jim Whiteley's had the better car. Oh, look at this.
Oh!
And Whiteley.
It's a coast fest!
And their chutes are both out.
Give it to Dempy! Oh, my goodness! How about that? Dempy with an 11:37 coasting from half track beyond.
That is going to go down as legendary. Right there. I'm telling you, they went back in the pits and said, look, guys, if we can go 11:37 and 46 miles an hour, we can win this thing. Back on the starting line, I mean, Jim Whiteley's team stunned back on the line. Norm Grimes, this is just unbelievable.
Well, we said it was warm out there, and it may be a factor. And it most certainly was.
I mean, they blew that thing up. I mean, he got no chance. And Jim Whiteley's car right now, trying to get him. I think I can. No, I can't.
God, you got to wonder if the Why Not car, maybe the chutes don't come out. Who knows if it's the NHRA safety shutoff device or not, but maybe if those chutes don't come out, maybe he's got enough momentum. But what a classic finish.
2 cars that are among the best flown cars ever to run, and back in the starting line, look at that. Well, that crowd's going wild, and rightfully so. As Warren Johnson once said, there are no good losses, there are no bad wins. And they just put one in the win column at the national event. Nobody's going to care at the end of the year that they ran 11:37. Although I guarantee you, we'll probably show it again. Look at that.
Look at those intervals. They're strange looking. 4 seconds to the 660, 5 seconds. Breathtaking finish. You said it right there, Bob Fries. We check in with Sean Kernan.
Wow, that was incredible. And also incredible to think listening to John Evanchuk, only the second person to win one of these national events from the number 15 spot. What do you think of that?
Well, of course we love it. It's great, but you know, the credit goes to the crew. They were turning this car around in 43 minutes, gave me a quality car. Bill Moore gave me a tune-up that got me through the day, and got to thank my sponsors. You know, Lucas Oil gives me a good product in the motor, and thank you, Lucas, for giving us an event to race at, and thank you, NHRA, for making this possible for us to have fun. That's something we love doing. And got to thank my sponsors, Phil Hall, Alberta Fuel Distributors, my brother-in-law, Baystar, and just everybody on the car. This is amazing. 16 years and I haven't done this.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Wow. That's one we'll remember for a long time.
And once again, KB Racing versus Cagnazzi Racing in a final round. Can Erica win her second race in Pro Stock car? Jason Line is her opponent.
Well, Jason Line likes running up here, but he's at a disadvantage right now. He's in that Camaro that he's been working on. It's running well, but he's basically really struggled. Take a look at the wins by lane. It's fairly even except for Pro Stock, 12-2. One of those wins came from Erica Enders in the previous round.
Is she going to do it again? It's going to be close.
You and this racetrack seem to have a love affair, because you've taken Greg Anderson, Richie Stevens, Dave Conley, and now Erica into the winner's circle here. What is it about the Pacific Northwest?
This track's a real challenge when it gets hot like this, and I guess I've got used to it, and I sort of know where to go with it when it gets hot like this. So if the wind light come on, we outran him, so everything's good.
Hardy. Second with Gary Gerald.
The first one realized a dream. What's the second one realized like?
Is this really happening? Gary, like I said last time, I'm living a dream. I am so blessed to have this opportunity, and I give God all the glory first and foremost. But my guys are amazing. They gave me the best hot rod I have ever had on this tricky hot track, and I couldn't be more proud of them. For Gas and Kirby, thank you so much for allowing me to do this, to live my dream. My fiance, my sister, my brother, my mom, everybody at home. Oh my God. And it's silver. Cool.
It is special.
And called to address the scratch in that dragster. I talked to John Force, who immediately tried to downplay it, but I pressed him a little bit harder, and he said it's over on the left side of her visor, but since she's in the left lane and will have to look to the right for the Christmas tree, it shouldn't be a problem. But Mike Gunn, any little thing that can throw you off your game, that could potentially be a problem.
Well, I think if it was directly in her line of vision, it could be. But usually, you know, as a driver, you're going to look through those things. You put the visor down, you knows where it's at. And it's just like coming up there with a plan. You know the track's a little bit tricky. You know you got may possibly have the back pedal. You kind of have that plan in the back of your mind. But then once you go up there, you forget about the scratch in the visor. You forget about back pedaling. You go out there and do your job. And then when it comes up and you need it, you go into driver mode.
Thank you. Yeah! Come on, Mom. Come with me. Come on. Thank you. God, give my wife a hug, Sue. God bless you.
John wants to take Lori down to meet it. No doubt you're very proud, Donner. Took him 75, took Ashley 29, but it only took Courtney 15. How special a moment.
Oh my gosh, this is unreal. She has been very calm in the bus before this round, and I thought, does she even remember she's going in the final? And I had to remind her, you know, you won here before in top alcohol dragster, and she said, don't put the pressure on me. So she did it.
What do you think, Pop?
Told her right before she ran, Hagen might be the champion because he's great, but you whipped the 15-time champ. You whipped me, now you whip him. And she did, and God bless her. Let's go. Come on. Hey, Daddy. Come on.
What a moment. At the start of the show, we promised you some history. We didn't know that it was going to be 2 women winning on the same day in the pro classes in the NHRA. First time that's happened, Gary.
She is like a deer in the headlights. Her eyes going in every direction. Matt Hagan coming over to offer his congratulations. We'll wait until that helmet comes off. What a day. 2 women pro winners. There was also a woman winning in the sportsman category earlier today. Courtney, I know all of your life you've been around this sport. I know you've dreamed about this moment. Tell us what it feels like right now as a silver Wally goes into your hands.
This is an amazing feeling. I grew up watching my dad drag race ever since I was a little kid. This is something I dreamed about and I wanted to do. I didn't care who told me I couldn't do it. I knew I was going to be out here with my dad racing him. I was able to beat him in the semis, which was awesome. So to get this Dragster Ford Mustang into the final and to get our first victory this season, you know, 3rd time's a charm making it to the final. I'm so proud of my guys, Ron Douglas, Dan Hood, all of my team. You know, they came on this year to a new driver. I'm a rookie driver and they ended up with a girl. But you know what? I'm so glad to have them. For all of our sponsors, Castrol, Ford, Auto Club, Brand Source, Mac Tools. I'm so happy to get the win. I still can't believe it. Woo!
Throw those rookie stripes away. She's a winner.
And you hear John coming down the track. Here comes Top Fuel. Final, Sean Langdon and Steve Torrance.
Well, the question is, will we get another first-time winner in Sean Langdon? But not if that man can help it. Steve Torrance, he has lane choice, taking that right-hand lane. We saw in the funny car final day, both lanes look pretty good, so this should be a good race.
They both have the tires. Torrance is going to get there first. Pedal fest in Top Fuel. Steve Torrance has the win. 4:16, 261 miles an hour. His 3rd career race.
Richard Hogan, all I have to say to you is happy birthday, sir.
Well, thank you. 3 lucky runs in one day. Doesn't get any better than that.
Lucky runs? What was lucky about them?
Hole out in low ET so you get lane choice. Smoke the tires. Crispin shuts us off early. Smoke the tires later. Sean's car. How do you do any better than that?
How much did your heart sink when the wheels broke loose and started to spin?
I could hear him the whole time. I couldn't see him out of the window. I didn't know where he was at. I didn't know until I rounded the corner right here whether we won or lost. I looked up and saw the 4:16, but you know, that All-Nabi team over there, Sean Langdon, that's a bad driver right there. He had me nervous. I don't know what the trees was, but I think I was late. You know, it's awesome. Courtney Force wins, Erica Enders wins, Sean and I, it's 4 kids out here that grew up wanting to be a pro race car driver. We're out here able to live our dream. You know, I gotta say thanks for Capco. Those guys are at home working their tails off. It's 110 degrees at home and they're laying pipe. They're the baddest pipeline contractors around. Torrance Racing, my guys, they're unbelievable. They've given me a race car. I've tried everything I could to wreck it and stick it in the wall first round today, but you know, they got it back together. We had a good race car this weekend, and today is Richard Hogan's birthday, so it's a good birthday present, and we're gonna do some celebrating tonight. Woo!
Steve-O, right here, baby.
Yeah!